got COD Mobile too.
What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another blueprint video for Call of Duty Mobile. Today we are going to be discussing the RUS 79U Holiday Lights. So I know some of you guys already heard me say that I wasn't going to get this blueprint mainly because I already have the equalizer and it would be kind of pointless to get another skin that looks exactly like this, just colored differently. But there is a reason as to why I picked this up in the first place, and you will find out why next week, trust me. But as for right now, let's talk about the RUS 79U Holiday Lights. So like I said, this is a duplicate skin of the equalizer, but now it's changed slightly in a different way. It's more of a Christmas themed skin rather than a completely different, unique type of Santa skin. I wouldn't mind having Snoop Dogg in the draw, but I mean, if it was like a different type of like RUS skin, I would have been a little bit more happier with it. So obviously I did not get lucky this time around. You could only get lucky for so long. What I mean by lucky is that when I got the equalizer, I ended up getting that before I finished the entire draw, and I think before I even got Snoop Dogg. So I got this at a pretty discounted price, but this time around I ended up having to pay for the full draw, but at least this time I have Snoop Dogg. So this draw in particular was kind of unexpected because I thought collaborations were kind of like a one-time thing. So with Snoop Dogg, I assumed that the equalizer and just his draw in general was going to be the only time he ever showed up. But I was actually wrong because now we have him in the game for a second time. So I think this is actually the first time that we ever seen a collaboration of the same theme, or I guess the same person, come out twice. So it is very interesting to see. So maybe this is not the end of Snoop Dogg. Maybe he's going to show up, later on with different types of weapons. But yeah, very interesting nonetheless. So now let's talk about the difference between this and the equalizer. I am going to make a completely separate video for that later on, but I want to talk about it really quickly. So all around the gun, it's more red with with snowflake symbols all over it, and that little tag that's on the side of the gun. If you do have the equalizer, you'll notice that it does say Snoop Dogg, but here it says peace and love. So I guess they kind of had to make it a little bit different, not too much, but slightly different, have some text on the side that is changed, which I really don't mind. I mean, it makes it stand out from the other one, I guess. As for the death effects, the shooting effects, they are slightly different from one another. The death effect, specifically, it used to have like a blue shining light if you do have the equalizer, but if you have this one, it's a yellow to orange shining light. Probably one of my most favorite features about this gun right now is the actual effect that goes around the dog. So this is not a reactive, this is not a reactive legendary skin where it starts looking different after every few kills. This is one that just reacts every time you get a single kill. It's kind of like the same as it was with the equalizer where the glasses flare up, but this time around the nose it does also flare up with red, kind of like a reference to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So just in case for all of you guys that may not live here in the States or live in India or somewhere else, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is basically a reindeer with a red nose, and that's pretty much it. The reindeer is special because of its red nose. That's literally the whole premise of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Another change is probably the iron sight as well. I mean, it looks the same as it did with the equalizer, but instead of the spike being blue, it's now red, obviously to match the theme of Christmas. The weird thing is that the price for this thing was actually a lot. I think it was maybe more expensive than the original equalizer. I don't know if that's actually true because, like I said, I didn't finish the entire draw, so I didn't know the final price of the legendary skin. Typically it ends with 3,900 if it's not reactive, but if it's reactive it ends with like 4,700. So again, I don't really know how much the original one was at the end, but if any of you guys know, please let me know down in the comments. So here is the RUS class set that I have for you guys. The one I've been using recently is the Monolithic Suppressor with MIP Light Barrel Short, OWC Laser, Strike Foregrip, and the 50-round Extended Mag. So at the end of the day, just like every legendary, it's up to you whether or not you actually want to buy it. Of course, if you guys already have the original equalizer, I do recommend just not buying it because it's legit the same thing, just colored differently. So yeah, but for all of you guys that kind of felt unfortunate that you may have missed the first time around, you do have a second chance to get it now, even though it may not be the same exact version of the equalizer. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD Mobile content. If you're feeling generous, make sure to leave a super thanks. But yeah, anyways, have a wonderful day.